Hey everyone, happy to see you on Read Through the Word. Today is September 13th, and I will tell you verse 10. It's not what our lesson is on. Let's see, is it verse 10? Verse 8. Chapter 10, verse 8. It just made me smile, and I don't know how I have read as many times as I've read, and I've missed that. When I whistle to them, they will come running. I even told Scott, I was like, oh my goodness, this is the best verse. Wonder what God's whistle sounds like. And I even just, it just reminded me of Holly Golightly in Breakfast at Tiffany's when she goes out to whistle the cab and she puts her two fingers in her mouth and she whistles. I can't do that. But is that what it sounds like? I don't know. It just made me feel like God was so personal and so human, even though he's not human. But I was like, a whistle. Wow, that's so cool. And I just love that. But that's not where our verse was. That's not where our lesson is. Jesus was and is to come. And I shared let's see, did I? Yes, I think I did. I think I shared a very old song, Jesus is the cornerstone. And I remember singing that in my church growing up in a little ensemble. And singing and not truly at that age knowing what that meant. But EnduringWord, David Usick, brought these pieces together from the verse in Zechariah 10. So these main points are not my main points. I took them and I've given credit for him today on that point. I just loved how he brought in the different verses, and I left the links there for you. But in a couple cases, I put the verse, I went and got another verse because Jesus is the cornerstone. He is the one referred to in scriptures where it says the stone that you builders rejected has now become the cornerstone. When you build a house, when you build any building, you have to have a place where everything comes together, and that is Jesus. Everything comes together with him, and I love that verse in Acts. And then in Colossians 1:17, I added that he has the power and he holds everything together. He is a warrior. Yahweh is his name, we read in Exodus. And now he is far above any ruler or authority or power or leader, anything else, not only in this world, but also in the world to come. And so I had to just put a punctuation on that because he is to come. And I love that he is the power, the authority, and the ruler over everything in this world. Not only in this world, but in the world to come. So right now is a time where we're wondering exactly, is God holding it all together? Is he really in control? And if he is in control, then why does everything seem out of control? I wish I could answer that, of why it seems out of control. Because it is. But it's also in control. The out of control of the world is very in control by God. Because he is the creator of all things. And as we were talking the other day with a group of friends about Satan and his power and his dominion and his rule over this world, I'm like, I heard a pastor say recently, within the last year probably, I've been listening to a lot of sermons. A lot of people, that's one good thing about COVID is there's a lot of preachers that I'd never heard before. And I started listening to lots of preachers online. And I heard this, and I think I've shared it before with you all, that Satan is on a leash. He's only given the authority that God has given him. And why has God given him authority on this earth? Yeah, that's one for the ages. I can't answer that. It's one that we probably say, when I get to heaven, I'm going to ask. Yeah. I've had all these questions that I said, one day when I get to heaven, I'm going to ask this, and this, and this, and this. And the closer that I get to the Lord, the more I realize none of that will matter when I get there. So let's just trust Him. Let's worship Him and celebrate Him, who He is, who He was when He was here on earth, who He is right now as He rules the earth, and who He is to come as He will control and rule. And we will rule and reign in majesty with Him for all eternity. Don't know how that's going to work either. I just believe that it's true. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.